everybody, today I'm going to be filming a Q&A and I'm really excited to just sit down and answer some questions. This might be quite a long video because I did get 61 comments on that video where I asked for questions, so grab a cup of tea, grab a coffee, a hot chocolate, whatever you want, and come and sit down and watch this video. So I'm going to try and answer as many questions as possible. Some of them have been answered before, so I won't answer them again in this video, but let's get into the Q&A. Okay, it's me, Sarah. This is quite a controversial question. Said, what do you think about pointless degrees such as psychology, and are they really pointless, and what is your opinion? So, well, I don't think that they're pointless at all. Psychology is, I don't know what it's all about necessarily because I haven't taken it, but it's about sort of understanding like people's thought processes and people's minds and things like that, and that is very important because obviously when I was younger I suffered from selective mutism, and I think it's important to have people that understand what kind of things sort of trigger that to happen for me, and sort of mental disorders and mental health issues and all that kind of thing. It's important to have that, so I think doing a subject like that gets people thinking about it, and people are always going to have jobs like that because mental health disorders are way more common than people think. A lot of people suffer from an anxiety disorder of some kind, some more than others, but yeah, so I don't think it's pointless at all. Zico B said, how did you find your AQA Core 1 exam? Okay, my AQA Core 1 exam, am I the only person that thought that went all right? Because I came out and I was like, yeah, that went well. And everybody else was like, oh my God, that was so difficult. And I was like, oh, should I think it's difficult now? And it was hard, let's get that right, it was difficult. But you know when you're just sort of in the zone and you kind of do a question, and there was quite a hard question on there, and there was a few hard questions, and you sort of look at it and you think, what the hell? But then my thought process was like, okay, well, we can't do this because it needs to be that, or that needs to be the negative reciprocal of that, and suddenly it clicks and I'm like, oh, and I can do it. And there was this factorization question at the end that everyone was like, I couldn't factorize. Luckily, I managed to factorize it straight away because the combination of numbers just came to my head straight away, so that was pretty lucky. Georgia Spive, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, said, where would you like to live when you're older? Somewhere in England, sort of away from where I currently live, so away from Lincoln, somewhere brand new, but also kind of close, so yeah. Oh. Oh dear. Bless you. Okay. If you could have only one makeup product for the rest of your life, what would it be? Concealer. Let's go for that. And what is your dream car? Oh my God, I love Fiat 500s. If you want to buy me a car for any particular reason, get me a Fiat 500. It's the cutest car you've ever seen, and I just love it. I love it, especially a light blue one. Yes, please. Thank you. This question is from Let's DIY Everything with Ajwa. And sorry if I pronounced anyone's names wrong. And they said, what is your name? My name is Georgie, and that's why my channel's called Gigi, because people shorten my name to Gigi from Georgie. Where do you live? I live in Lincoln, Lincolnshire. And who is your favourite YouTuber among us? So I think she means like smaller YouTubers like me and the people that I watch that are smaller YouTubers. And there are definitely people that I enjoy watching right now, but I'm going to talk about the people that I have watched and been subscribed to for a very long time, like Jordan Hall. I'll link these down below, by the way. I've done a collab with her before. Lucy Liu, I've done a collab with her twice before, and also Emily, which I'm in the process of filming a collab with her, so either that's already gone up or it's going to. And those three are just sort of my main ones that I watch every time they upload. And yeah, so I'll link them down below and you can go and check them out. And she also said, what would you like to become in the future, or your ambition? So I would really like to be an accountant or something to do with maths. Realistically, and a job that I would really enjoy would be to like work in a cafe, in terms of like own the cafe, or own a B&B or something like that, something where I can kind of, I don't know, just something like that. But realistically, what I think the pathway that I would take would be to be an accountant. Natalie and Emma asked, dogs or cats, which one do you prefer? That's a tricky one because I used to always say cats because cats are so much more friendly in a way that when you meet them they don't pound up and just kind of jump up at your legs and bark ferociously. I know that dogs are being playful, but I don't like that at all. So I'm gonna have to go with cats, but there are some dogs that I know that I really like. And that person also said Nike or Adidas in terms of shoes. Well, I've never had a pair of Nike shoes or a pair of Adidas shoes, but if I was gonna go out and buy one, I'd buy Nike shoes 100%. Crafting with Kelby said, what's your funnest memory, best trip, and favourite animal? Favourite animal, a bit of everything really, you know, hamsters, cats, dogs, all that kind of thing, just everything. I can't pick one. And my funnest memory and best trip. I think my funnest memory is when I went on holiday with my friend Steph, and she came on holiday with my family, and we went to the Cotswolds and we stayed in a massive cottage. And when we arrived there, literally it was so big, we were running through all the rooms and we were like, oh my god, there's even more rooms. And it was really fun. And then one night we were just laughing for at least 2 hours non-stop. I might do a story time video and talk about like different events in my life that are like funny or that kind of thing, and I'm going to include that in there, so I'll talk about that a bit more then. But yeah, it was so funny. My best trip I've been on was probably to New Zealand, and I think there's a question about that further on, so I'll answer that a bit further on in the Q&A. Taylor Fitzpatrick said, if you could pick any career path, which one would you take and why? I would love to do something to do with like making videos, or to do something to do with creating something. Like, I love editing videos, I love making them, I love thinking of new ideas, I love taking pictures and putting them on Instagram. I love that kind of thing, but realistically I don't think that's like, I think that's more of a hobby for me. So I think obviously I'm going to have to go down the accountancy kind of way, because I do love maths as well, and I think that's something that will kind of keep my mind, you know, fresh. And I think if you're really good at maths then or you enjoy maths, that's something that's quite useful in life. BMX Channel X2 said, what is your favourite song? I don't have a favourite song because I don't listen to music that much, and when I do, there are songs that I like and that kind of thing, but I don't have an all-time favourite song. So yeah, sorry, just switched my hair around. Natalie Alexandra said, if you could for a day switch your life with a celebrity, who would it be? So, oh god, I don't know. I'm not one of those people that like looks at celebrities and wants to be them. Like, I really don't. But if I had to switch a day with a celebrity, oh my god, I don't know. I don't want to switch a day with a celebrity. I'd rather just stay being myself. So yeah, I wouldn't. That's the answer. Mascara or lipstick? So I take it that means like, what do I prefer, or what would I rather have? That is an interesting question. I think if you wear mascara on its own without any other makeup, it looks fine. But wearing lipstick on its own without any other makeup could look a bit weird, particularly on my face. So I'm going to go for mascara. But overall, when I do my makeup, I enjoy doing my lipstick the most. Megan Cole asked, what do you want for a career? Everyone's asking me that. Yes, I've already answered that. What is your favourite holiday and why? I've already talked about that kind of when I went on holiday with Steph to the Cotswolds, but then I also went to France with my cousins and my family, my parents, like loads of people. That was a great holiday. I went to Mallorca with my mum, dad and brother, and that was like, when you go to different countries, you experience different things. And sometimes when we went to Mallorca, it wasn't necessarily like, there was experiences that that happened, which was like, you know, we could consider a waste of our day or something a bit odd, but actually when you think about it, we've experienced that and it's something to talk about, and it's something quite interesting that we did. So, you know, I might talk about that in a future video. And I went to New Zealand, and that was literally the best trip ever. Just, yeah. Jana O, or Jana O, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, said, do you have any tips for someone who wants to start a YouTube channel? If you want to start a YouTube channel, then literally just start up the channel, not tell anyone about it, make it like neat and tidy, get yourself a nice profile picture, do a nice cover photo, get all the kind of bits and bobs sorted, make sure that you're able to do kind of a thumbnail, because you have to like actually go in the settings and tick that as a thing. Then just sit down, decide what you want your first video to be, make it, and just kind of make sure that you have all right lighting. Right now I have bad lighting because if I put my blinds up, then the light will shine across the screen and it will just be like a line of blue. But anyway, good lighting, and just sort of sit there, chat your way through, and then edit it and just see if you like it and make sure you're happy with what you upload. What do you do to feel more confident before exams or presentations in school? Now, before exams, I do get slightly nervous, but compared to other people, I don't get nervous at all, really. Like I do, but only just before the exam. And I think that's because I have the kind of attitude where I think completely chill. Like, if I've tried my best, if I do badly, it's not the end of the world, you know. I've done badly, there's always another option in life, there's always another pathway. And I can't exactly beat myself up about it because I've tried my best and clearly it's not worked for me. I take that kind of attitude. And to feel confident before a presentation, I just sort of pretend that I'm someone else. So I stand up there and I pretend I'm like a newsreader, or I pretend that I do this all the time, and I pretend that I'm confident, and somehow it makes me feel much more confident. But I suppose it depends who you're presenting it to, because the people that I do presentations to at school I'm really comfortable with, so it makes it so much easier. Emma Beeson, who actually goes to my school, so hello and thank you for asking me a question, said, do you have any phobias? And I do have a phobia, and a lot of people will know this, a lot of my friends will know this, but I actually have a phobia of something that I can't say, so I'm going to leave it on the screen now. And I actually researched it, and apparently it's called cumpunophobia. I completely pronounced that wrong, but I'll leave that also on the screen for you to read. But apparently that's what it's called, and yeah, I have that phobia. It's not, people think that I'm scared of them, but I'm not scared of them. They make me feel sick. It's like somebody having like a bogey on their hand and bringing it near my face. That's how I feel. It's like, ugh. I just get really like grossed out, and I'm like, oh my God, I need to wash my hands. And my mum has that too. Like, it's really weird how both of us have that. And my mum also has a slight phobia of jewellery too, so she can't wear jewellery. That's my phobia. Lottie Bont said, what's the worst style phase you've ever had? I didn't really have a style phase. My styles remain pretty much the same, you know, hoodies and stuff. I think right now my style is probably it's like what the best that it's been. And I'm not saying I have a good style, I'm just saying that I actually try and add sort of more variety into my style, where so like now I've recently worn some dungarees and just sort of different pieces I've tried to kind of get into my style, whereas in the past I would just sort of wear leggings and a jumper every single day because it's comfy. But yeah, I think probably when I was younger with like pink trousers and pink top or something like that. Iridescence said, what are some of your favourite TV shows? I absolutely love The Great British Bake Off. If I had the opportunity to go on that with like my friends or something, that would be the best thing ever. Yeah, please get me on that show. I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Again, an amazing show. I'd love to go on that with my friends. Notice I'm saying with my friends and not on my own. I would never do that on my own, I'd get scared. And Coronation Street, I do like a little bit of Coronation Street. HBF at 50 said, what is your favourite colour? I suppose my favourite colour is light blue, like this kind of colour, or I'm really getting into pink colours, but I think it's going to remain sort of a bluey colour. Alexandra Bullock said, what is one thing that's happened to you that completely changed your life for the better? That I have already read these questions and it got me thinking, and I think going to secondary school, because if you didn't already know, when I was younger I had selective mutism and I suffered from that throughout the whole of my primary school, and I think going to secondary school was definitely something that sort of built up my confidence a bit more. I met new people, I had a fresh start. I think it's that thing of having a completely fresh start that kind of makes you think, okay, I don't know these people, they don't know me, they don't know me to be shy or have this like disorder, so I can try and be somebody else. So I think going to secondary school probably, even though that's a bit of a lame answer, but it's the truth. Mushumi Akhtar, I am very sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Please can you tell me how you used to revise for GCSE science and for English literature. Now, I have done an English literature video on my channel. It's my most popular video on this channel, but I'm not going to go through that again because that was over a year ago. And to be more than honest with you, I think my revision videos and anything is going to be to do with my A-levels now and what I'm doing now, just because that's what I'm doing now. So yeah, I'm sorry, you're going to have to either look back on my channel or look somewhere else. Jasmine asked, what was your least favourite subject in school? In GCSE, my least favourite subject was probably maths, because not the maths side of it, I love maths, but the teacher, no offence if you're watching, she's definitely not watching, but just, we didn't, you know, it just wasn't, I didn't enjoy the lessons, let's put it that way. And now in A-level, my least favourite subject is probably biology now, because there's so much information, it's just not going in, but chemistry, kind of. So it changes. Leonie asked, would you rather never buy a hoodie or jumper again, or never drink tea? So she knows me very well. She knows that we're both obsessed with hoodies and jumpers, and she knows that I love tea. And this took me quite a while to think about, but I decided that it would be to never drink tea again, because I need those hoodies, I need those jumpers, and tea, I think not drinking tea again would probably help me out a little bit. You know, it would probably be better for me to just drink water or something. GoGo78 asked, what inspired you to start making YouTube videos, and do you enjoy making them? Yes, I love making videos, and I think it was the fact that I wanted to do something that other people were doing on YouTube. I watched them and I got inspiration, heavily inspired by other people, and I just wanted to do that. I'd be sat watching the video and just wanted to film that. So yeah. How long have you been making YouTube videos? I've been making them for, well, on this channel, it's literally been a year. So a year to, in fact, it has been a year. It's been exactly a year since I started making YouTube videos. I think it's been a year, but I did also have another channel which was sadly deleted. So, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years? I don't know, probably about 2 years. What do you want to do after A-levels, asks Eve Hall. After A-levels, I really want to get an apprenticeship in an accountancy firm or somewhere, something to do with accountancy, because that's the pathway that I want to take. I used to want to go to uni, but now I've decided that I don't want to, because I think the best way for me would be accountancy sort of route. I'll probably do a whole video on kind of my plans for after A-levels and my mock exam results and all that, and I'll fit it into one. But yeah, that an apprenticeship. Okay, Stephen Petty, and I know Stephen Petty, I know exactly who you are, and he commented quite a random comment, and he said, can your guinea pigs do a tour of your house, garage and a car tour? So can my guinea pigs do that? Well, no, they can't do that because A, Brian's ill, and B, Dave's just a bit chubby, bless him. So I'll do that for you, and it's going to be a speed tour of all of those things now. Kim Santos says, what is your dream holiday or vacation? So my dream holiday would probably be to go to Italy, and that's only because I haven't been there before and I think it would be a really nice place. I want to go somewhere that's fairly near to England where I live, because I don't, you know, like to travel on planes and stuff. So probably Italy or France again. Fuzz123 asked loads of questions, so I'm going to try and sort of get through this quickly. What are your favourite revision tips? I would say to make notes, and then once you've made your notes, you sit down and you read them out to yourself as if you're teaching them to yourself. So you're making the notes, which is good because you're filtering through them and you're condensing the information, and then sit there and talk it out as if you're teaching it to somebody, but you're teaching it to yourself, and it'll just stick in your mind a lot more. They also asked, what's your favourite movie and movie snack? My favourite movie is probably The Holiday. It's very light-hearted, and I love light-hearted films because they're easy to watch, and it's just a really nice kind of festive film. And favourite movie snack would probably just be pizza, come on. They said, have you picked a name for your YouTube fans? Okay, I don't have a name for my YouTube fans, so if you can think of a name for you guys, then comment it down below because I can't think of anything. How did you meet your best friend? We met in we met in nursery, so we would have been like 3 or 4 years old, but we've only just sort of become best friends when I started year 7 in secondary school. How did you choose and know that maths, chemistry and biology were the ones you wanted to do? I didn't up until I kind of started looking and filling out the forms, but when I was in my GCSEs, maths was something I liked best and I thought that's something I wanted to do when I'm older, and chemistry and biology was something that I suddenly took a good interest in. Do you want to go to uni, and if you do, what courses would you want to do? No, I don't want to go to uni anymore, but if I happen to go for whatever reason, then I would do something to do with accountancy. What job do you want to do when you're older? An accountant. What don't you like about sixth form? What don't I like about it? Okay. Nothing really. There's not really that much that I don't like about it. No. I didn't really like getting the bus in the morning, but now my mum takes me, so that's good. Ruby Randomness asked, what is your favourite thing about being a YouTuber? My favourite thing about being a YouTuber is the fact that there's so many people commenting down below really nice things. I love making videos to know that people watch them, and also I get loads of comments, loads of messages on Instagram saying, oh, I love your videos and all that kind of thing, and I notice that some of my subscribers will follow me on Instagram and I like to see that, and I don't know, I just feel like people talk to me more and I get more messages from random people. And she said, what are some of your biggest skincare and makeup tips? So skincare tips would be to always remove your makeup before you go to bed. I have only not removed my makeup once, and if you remove it, it means your skin's going to be so much more clear in the morning. And I also use the Soap and Glory facial wash. So where's that? It's down here. And this is my all-time favourite skincare product ever. If you watch my skincare routine, you'll know that it's so good. And she said makeup tips. Makeup tips would be to pat your foundation in. If you're applying foundation, pat it in with a brush instead of rub it in, because it stops your makeup from going streaky and it gives a more full coverage effect. And always moisturise before you do your makeup, because your makeup will just sit on your face so much better, trust me. Sarah Camp said, what's the most boring thing you've done in A-level maths so far? Interesting question. The most boring thing I've done, I don't think maths is boring at all. Like, some people would disagree with me, but I think it's quite challenging, which means that you have to be sort of listening to it and listening to what they're saying, which means that I find it hard to be bored by it. So nothing really. What do you want to study at uni, and which uni are you thinking of going to? Kind of already answered that. And if I was going to go to a university, I have absolutely no idea which one I would go to. Omareeds said, what things make you happy? Wow, well, being organised makes me very happy. If I'm an organised person and I've organised everything and everything's tidy, I am super duper happy. Watching videos makes me happy. Filming videos makes me happy. Doing well at school makes me happy. What is your favourite drugstore foundation? My favourite one at the minute is this Rimmel one. Rimmel do some amazing drugstore foundations, and this is just the Rimmel Match Perfection one, and it's got SPF 20 in it. And they also do a really good red bottled one, which is, I think it's the Rimmel Lasting Finish. And the final question of this Q&A is from Emily Hudson, and she said, what is your favourite makeup brand? My favourite makeup brand is, oh God, I can't pick. I really can't. Dog probably. My makeup is varied between different brands. And Aubrey, my boyfriend Aubrey, also asked me, what is my favourite sweets or chocolate bar? My favourite sweets, I don't know, because, oh, I really love fruit pastels. I really love fruit pastels. So if you want to send me some fruit pastels, do it. And I also love, what else do I love? Aero bars. I love aero bars, yeah, because they're light and airy. So yeah. So that is everything for this Q&A. Thank you for watching it. I know it's been long, but you should have got yourself a cup of tea or maybe a snack. So there we go. So thank you for watching. Give the video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!